Hi everyone. So in this video, we will give Sirji a problem to create an Express app using PostgreSQL, SQLize, and as specifications, we have given the DBML file URL, which is uploaded on GitHub, and OpenAPI specs, which are also uploaded on GitHub. So let's see how Sirji solves this problem. Till Sirji is figuring out the steps needed, let's quickly go through the two files. So the DBML file has just the 4 tables. So basically this, we want API app to be created for messaging app. So if you visualize it, this will serve as a backend API server for an messaging app. There will be a conversations entity. Uh, a conversation is a list of messages. Uh, Conversation also has an image ID in it. It is created by a user. So there is a users table. So it's a simple requirement, only 4 tables. If you look at the OpenAPI YAML, there are routes for sign up, login. So these are the auth routes. And also there are CRUD routes for conversations and CRUD routes for messages. So let's see where Sirji is currently in its steps. So it has figured out some steps for setting up the environment, setting up the basic packages, Express, SQLize, etc. It went ahead to clone the that particular Sirji demos repository, which had the 2 files, the DBML file and the uh, OpenAPI specifications file. Currently, it is creating the model files according to the schema defined in the DBML file. So there were some create file commands issued to the executor. Nice. So let's see where it has created the files. So inside the code folder, under the models directory, I'm seeing an index model, just the index. I'm not seeing the different model files. Okay. In migrations, yes, I'm seeing the 4 migrations, but these are just up and down. There is no code here. Okay.
There is one more folder, Express app. Has it created inside that folder?
Oh yeah. So why it created the empty migrations and models folder? I don't know. Inside the migrate Express app, it created the 4 migrations, and these look good to me. Models, the 4 models, nice. Also, it has used references. So created user ID references ID column of the users table. So this looks correct. Okay, let's see what it is currently doing. Okay, it is asking some question. It seems there was an attempt to migrate the database using a MySQL driver instead of PostgreSQL. This might be due to the misconfiguration in the SQLize configuration file. Okay, so where is the configuration file? The dialect is MySQL. So it has figured out. So this file was also created by Sirji, and it figured out that there is a problem with it. I will correct the configuration, proceed with the migration. Sure. So there was an execute command. It appears there is still an issue with the database migration process, possibly a misconfiguration, missing PostgreSQL setup on the system. Unfortunately, without accessing the system's database configuration, the ability to ensure PostgreSQL is set up correctly. Okay. So basically, it is not able to run the migrations. I think
Uh,
it's fine for me. Uh,
was it because those files are created inside the Express app folder and it is trying to run the migration command outside of that folder? Will that be the reason?
yeah, might be. The config JSON file should be inside, but there is one more config folder inside it, and
Oh,
inside it, it is using Postgres. So I think it has created the config outside of Express app and
mm,
also inside, similarly with the models and migrations.
right. Should we tell him to correct this once and then execute the migration?
I am seeing models, migrations, and config folders outside of the Express app.
Also, the packages and files, those are also outside.
Let's see what it does. It seems there was a misunderstanding in the directory structure for the Express app and SQLite setup. I will correct the directory structure and ensure that SQLite migration is executed within the correct context of the Express app. Let's proceed. Yep.
Sure. Hmm.
So currently it is creating modular files for each set of API routes defined in the OpenAPI spec. So there are some create file commands getting executed. Let's see where it is creating the files now.
Great. Hmm.
Inside the routes folder, it created messages. Okay, so it created the routes in a very modular way, as we asked, and also the app.js. Uh, app.js is including the using the route files, individual route files. Nice. Sure. To test the API routes, you can use the tools like Postman or curl. Okay. Uh, nice. So the solution is complete, I think. And for testing, it is also letting us know how to test it. So, Vaibhav, do we want a cleanup of the unnecessary folders?
Right. I think we should ask him to clean up um, the folders that he created outside the Express app
Yeah, please clean up
and
the
also initialize the node project inside the Express app.
folders and files which you created outside of the Express app folder. Also, uh, initialize the new project inside. So there is no package JSON inside the Express app, right? Yeah,
Right.
I will give it a clue that package dot JSON should be inside the Express. Let's see. So we need to work on these things.
Right.
So there was some execute command. Oh yeah, it removed but package.json lock, package lock.json was not created by it. It was created as a part of npm install. So that is not removed, but it removed the unnecessary files and
Right.
folders.
Models migrations.
Yep.
Right.
And it also included the package JSON inside of the Express app. Maybe I will just instruct Sirji to add a start script inside package JSON.
Right.
Please include a start script inside of package.json. So using the npm start, I can just it will be a short this thing. So yeah, it included it. So start. I prefer it this way, that npm start should start the process.
Right.
Maybe also readme.
Right. Read me
Let's
what this.
let's also create a readme file for the Express app. So it did a lot of things, right? It understood the requirements from specifications file and created models, migrations, routes.
Right. It
Yeah,
also corrected its
the readme
understand.
file is also there. Pardon, what you're saying?
It also corrected its mistake, understood our next requirements.
Yep.